record to the cloud. So this is a separate thing from our little normal mastermind group. I just have a quick question for you guys. Hopefully I can remember the question. Long story short, one of the reasons I wanted to create this group, this mastermind group, and this business academy was I wanted to give you guys a chance to have some feedback and a place to grow. I had some things I'm discussing with Mark on it, so you might already know this, but Mark thinks I'm more of a mindset business coach rather than just a plain business coach. And a lot of it is because I give a perspective. And that's so question is two questions I'm going to have is one, do you think I'm more of a mindset business coach or a business coach? And two, I wanted to ask you the whole reason I wanted to attract people who were, what's the word I'm looking for? They're all solo entrepreneurs, but they are really struggling in the confidence of their structure of their business. And how has my program helped you build your confidence in the structure of your business? And am I more of a business coach or a mindset coach or some combination? So those are the real quick questions. And we can actually use this sort of like as a testimonial group testimonial. So how do you want to go first? So we'll go Heidi, Tifa, Robert, and Mark. That's sort of the order in which I'm seeing you guys on the screen. So anyway, Heidi, you want to go first? And let's play with our timer. Let's play with our new tool. I have a new 2 minutes. I got 5 on here, but let's do 2. Okay, so hold on. Let me have to change that. Oh, why are you just being a little difficult child? I don't want 52 minutes. Good Lord, not 86 minutes. Sugars. Okay. Hold on a second. I had to kind of erase its memory. Okay.
There's no alcohol in here, okay?
Oh, good for you. Good for you. Though it was Friday night. Why not? Okay, so okay, I'm going to screen share so you guys can all see our lovely new timer that Mark was kind enough to give me a free app with. And sorry, I did not mean to keep having that up there. So let me get rid of the extras because it bugs me when I see all that. So there we go. I'd rather see y'all's bright, shiny faces. So anyway, so Heidi, you got 2 minutes and each one has 2 minutes. Go for it. Do you remember the questions?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the mindset coaching and business coaching, I definitely think that you're a fantastic business coach because the information that you've given me to improve and expand and systemize my business has been very good. But the mindset coaching is what really got me to elevate how I operate. So where I was before, how I charged, how I dealt with clients, how I dealt with freelancers was, even I think even from a place of fear that I need to constantly impress them, whereas now these are my services. And the conversations I have is, you like it or you don't like it. There's more people that want it, and I've never been this way before until I've gone through this mastermind group. Whereas before I'm constantly wanting to impress, constantly wanting to win you, to have you like me even. And I've really changed. I charge better. I'm more clear about my cost. I'm more clear about my time. I have more boundaries. I'm much more strict about how I do my work. I have contracts. I have confidentiality agreements. I've got all these things which have a lot of stuff which I was meaning to put in. Years have gone by and I'm only implementing it now, and my business is better for it.
And it's been
So
growing, right?
so definitely a combination, strong on business forms and paperwork and things, but amazing, phenomenal at the mindset shifting. So that's where I definitely agree with the combination.
Perfect. Thank you for that. I hate to do this to you because there's going to be 2-part questions. And then the other question what was the other question I had, Mark? Do you remember what I said? I can't even remember what I said.
Mindset coach or business coach?
But there was another question too. I guess you kind of did answer. Was it
I don't remember the other question, but yeah, business mindset coach is sort of, you're still a business coach, but the mindset is a very special pocket within it, which is what makes you different.
awesome? Thank you. I can't get this stupid timer to behave anymore. I don't know why. We're
I'll
gonna skip
teach
the
you how to
timer.
tame the timer later.
Yeah, I'm playing. It's making ding noises and it won't go away. So, oh my gosh, sorry for the gremlins, guys. So that's good. So I just want to make sure. And did you want to add any more to that, Mark?
No, it's Tifa's turn anyway. It's a little bit.
Okay. All right. Good. Good deal. You'll get more to expand on that later. But Tifa, what do you think? Is it more? And I want you to share your experiences. Oh, I know what it was. It was, do you gain more confidence and on your business structure and on and building your business while working with us, as well as am I more of a mindset or a business coach? And I'm asking these questions for a particular reason. So it'll come out in my marketing later. But anyway, so Tifa, go for it.
Okay, so I think I would say both in the sense that, okay, for example, before joining the group, I had already done the virtual assistant course and everything. So most for the most part, I had like all the templates, and you're familiar with everything that needs to happen before getting a client and after getting it. So we know the basics and the templates, and they're there, I think. But um being a business coach, I feel like I've always needed someone to actually take me through those templates. I mean, the template, you can just download it, but these sessions really help in the sense that if, in case we have questions, and you kind of like set the pace and the idea of, okay, you guys can tweak this and put it and cater it according to what your business is like. You've helped us with our discovering or figuring out what our niche will be, our target will be. And all of that was, we could find on the internet and we could read it. But we, I personally didn't have a chance to talk about it with anyone or the group or whatever. So that, in that sense, that makes you a business coach. But um, the mindset part is really, really just as important, if not more, because I think I mentioned this earlier. When I joined the group, I think I was trying to do so many things at the same time.
Yeah, me
And
to make money.
and
We're all
and
guilty of
this,
that at the beginning.
yeah, so it really, really helped me to kind of slow down and actually acknowledge the fact that it is okay to just do one thing at a time. And you can actually catch up, and later on, maybe you add more and more. Grasping at, it's like grasping at straws. You're not actually, you just like touch and go, and it wasn't helpful. And I
Mm.
can't believe I have a calendar until August now. And it's simply because I get to appreciate each process, and all the things that I thought were nightmarish in the beginning, I can actually do now, which is really, really great. And it's all thanks to the fact that we're in this group and we always talk about, our challenges. And coincidentally enough, some of us face the same thing, and you give us advice, and just it helps with gaining confidence when someone actually believes in you, and you're not hard on us, Marie. And I'm always like, oh, I feel guilty because I haven't downloaded this template, and you're always updating the group on Facebook, but you're always telling us it's okay. And that's the kind of like empathy and understanding I would need a coach to have. um it's not all about competitiveness or anything like that. For me, it's more of, we're in this together. At times, when a coaching group is all about being competitive, oh, this one is performing better than the other one, then I would feel bad because I'm not in the same level as you guys. But right here, we actually celebrate each other's wins, and we get to ask questions, and that's really, really encouraging. So I say both. And I cannot stress enough that neither is more important than the other. I am all for both of them, actually. You as a business mindset coach, a business coach, and a mindset coach. So yeah,
We
that's
might
my
have to string them together, it sounds like.
Yeah,
take.
So, because I was asking, because Mark was saying to me not too long ago that I was more of a mindset coach, but
no,
I really, or
I think you
I
misinterpreted it.
go for it. Why don't you explain
I
it?
did.
Because you know your words better than
Yeah.
I do.
I mean, one thing that you stand out from other business coaches is you have the mindset component and you know how to handle those things. Because, like, we all have our fears, right? I mean, Heidi doesn't have any fear about talking to people, but she's got other fears that she just mentioned on this call, like, charging what people think of her, right? And I have that fear too. But for me, and probably Tifa too, going out and talking to people is scary for me, right? And then there are certain things like Tifa was saying how she likes it because you're there and with there as she implements a checklist, right? She has live feedback. For me, the live feedback is important when I go to do something because I already know, as Heidi says, everything, right? But the feedback is important is when I need to say, well, why aren't I doing it? I know what to do, but why am I not doing it? And that's you always give me that perspective and you dig deep and find out, well, what is the core root of why Mark could do this, but he's not doing this? What is going on in Mark's head? And that is important to me. So yes, you're both for sure. But the bit I need is the mindset coach. That's the bit I need. And you are the type of coach who there are some coaches who will be like, like that drill sergeant too hard on you and you kind of like want to go off cry in your bedroom. And then there are others who say, well, if you don't want to do it, that's your problem. But you'll actually meet people at their level, guide them through the process, what's going in their head. It's almost like having a second mother in a sense, but
I've
one
been
that
accused of
doesn't
being a mom all my life, so don't feel
one that
bad.
doesn't get angry when you don't clean up your dishes. But but yeah, just like there's
I
no
remind you about
judgment.
50 million times, but I won't get angry.
There's no judgment is what I'm saying. There's no judgment from you, but there's also you're doing it at our level with the empathy, as Tika said, that we need. So I mean, everyone needs a different coach. Some people need a hard push, but I think for the people you attract, they need to be understood.
Right. That's a good point. I'm going to be very clear though, and Mark has been, and all of you have been on calls with me, so you know this and can vouch for it. But when I need to be hardcore and blunt, I'm about as hardcore and blunt as you can get. But I do it out of love and I do it with respect, and I make sure it's more there to help you move forward, not to be belittling or hurtful in any
Mhm,
sort of way. And I think
mhm,
that's something that I've noticed with some coaches is they don't mean to, or maybe they don't know that they're coming across as belittling. But that's something I stay out of my group because we get it
yeah,
daily. We don't need it here. This is
you
a
don't.
safe group. This is a group that doesn't judge you, that wants to uplift you, encourage you. You're in business for yourself. So you set your parameters of your own business, but you are not by yourself. That's the whole purpose of this group. It was to when I formed it, and that was the whole mindset behind it, right? Mark, I mean, from the
Mhm,
get go, that's what I always had envisioned. But you guys helped evolve it because remember at the beginning when we were talking about marketing, I said these are the structures that I had in place, but where are you guys at now? What do you need most? What should we start with first? And then we went with there because it's supposed to benefit you. Now the worksheets I are there for you to use at your own discretion. They're not I thought about, you need to have homework done before class. No, because you all are like Tifa said, you're all are at different levels of your business. You're not going to need an onboarding client, how to onboard a client if you're not at that stage. I mean, if you're still building if you're still figuring out your niche in your marketing
mhm,
and who your journey client target market is, you're not ready to sit there and do a client onboarding worksheet. If you're
mhm,
at the stage where you're just getting clients, you're not ready to outsource to a VA yet because you don't have enough clients to outsource to. So you have to keep those in the files. Like for example, use them at the place where you're at. They're just tools. It's like the software that I'm going to
Mm.
geek out over in the next segment. I
Maria, I'm
do
going to
geek
rush
out.
off to the restroom. I'll talk to you all
Go for it.
later, okay?
Thanks
Bye
for your
bye.
input,
Thank you so
Mark.
much.
Appreciate you. So, and good luck to this weekend. So anyway, but I mean, does that make sense? I mean, what I'm saying, because they're all there for tools, just like to software's tools, so are those worksheets. So is this call, so was the training. They're all tools. But where the best value, I think you probably nailed it, was these mastermind groups, because that's where your bread and butter is. That's where you get that interaction, that camaraderie, that being able to know that you're not alone, that you got support, and that we're here to help each other go through some of the muddy waters that are in business. Because let's face it, things happen. So you never know. So does that make sense? So you guys kind of nailed everything I was trying to kind of come across. But yeah. So eventually this stuff is going to go into my marketing for promoting this business, including the testimonials. I might edit some of my stuff out. But anyway, I just want to say, let me stop the recording. And those who want to shuffle off to Buffalo can shuffle off to Buffalo.